Everyone, so yesterday I put on my Instagram stories which video you'd like to see more, this one or another one, and this one received 82% of the votes, and so it's here for you today. This video is going to be all about the things I miss and love about Belgium, and I have written a list, handy list of things here from a big brainstorming session yesterday because I didn't want to miss anything off. And I also put at the end of this list some things I'm really happy to come home to and things that surprised me. So let's get going. The first thing won't come as any surprise to any of you, and that is the friends that we made there. I made loads of lovely friends, mostly ladies, but some guys as well, and I just met them through so many different spheres. So through my husband's job, through going to church, through the BCT, which is the Brussels Childbirth Trust, which is a bit like the NCT in England, where they host like play groups and you kind of get to meet other mummies. And I just met loads of lovely people who have really influenced my life and who I was so grateful to have, especially as I got there and I was pregnant and then I had a newborn and it was our first child as well. And so I needed quite a lot of help, and everyone was so helpful to us, and I just feel so grateful for all of the lovely people that we met. The second thing that I really miss is the deli around the corner. Deli Traiteur was a lifesaver for us, especially in the early days of having our little boy. We needed hot, good, well-made food, and I just so loved Deli Traiteur. We would get so many delicious things from there, and especially the chocolate mousse from there. That is like the thing I miss the most. Other notable mentions in the deli section are the Greek deli around the corner and Tagawa, which was a Japanese like sushi place where I could get tasty things. The third thing really that I miss about Belgium is the way I didn't really criticise my own parenting. This is going to sound kind of a bit of a weird one, but since everybody's parenting in Belgium was so different because they were all from different cultures, I never really criticised myself or judged myself in the way that I was parenting because everyone parented very differently. And I find that a lot harder here because everyone parents similarly, which is absolutely fantastic. It's really nice to be around that. But actually I find myself being a lot more judgmental of myself. The fourth thing that I really miss is just the international nature of it all. I just totally miss stepping outside of my house and hearing different languages, seeing different faces, hearing different accents and experiencing different cultures in different ways. The other thing that I really miss is just a general culture of acceptance that comes with having such an international community, because everybody is so different in so many different ways that actually you all just kind of get along. The other thing that I really miss is being the British/Swedish person in this sea of foreigners and really showing off and experiencing and enjoying my cultural heritage. I made people scones, we hosted Swedish parties. Here in England, I'm surrounded by English people, and we do celebrate our cultural heritage, obviously, and I'm looking forward to things like Pancake Day and Easter, which feels so British. But it's not quite the same as sharing them with people that get to experience them for the first time. The sixth thing that I really miss is the house. Our house in Belgium was so beautiful, and it was about twice the size of this house. So we've really had to condense to fit back in this house and minimise and just throw out a load of stuff as well as recycle and give to charity. And actually, that's a really great feeling. It's been really great to get rid of stuff. The things about the space that I really miss are things like having a separate office and dining space here. We've had to combine them into one space along with a guest room. So we have one room that is the office room, guest room, and the dining room. And actually we have to get rid of our dining table because there's not really a space for it, and we kind of want to prioritise the guest room area. And in Belgium, I had an office room that was the guest room, and we had another guest room, and we had a laundry room. That's a totally separate subject, but we had a laundry room where we had the washing machine and we could hang loads of clothes in there, keep all of our linens in there, and that was so glorious. Currently our linens are actually in our boys' room, and it's a bit of a squeeze. And I really miss the floors. We had really beautiful wooden floors, so easy to keep clean by just sweeping them. And we have carpet in the majority of this house, and it's so hard to clean. I have to vacuum like 3 times a day with a toddler. It's so difficult in comparison. The seventh thing that I really miss is the market down the road. We were literally probably like 100-200 meters walk away from the local market that happened 3 times a week. And I had beautiful artisanal produce, organic vegetables. It was so amazing. We live next to Place du Mont, so if you're looking to live in Brussels and you're wondering where to live, living near Place du Mont is a really great idea because of the market. The 8th thing that I really miss is Eclair and gourmandise. Oh my goodness, it was like the best pastries ever in the world, the best eclairs that you'll ever have in your life with the most amazing flavours, and it was so beautifully produced. I think it was like 4 award-winning pastry chefs basically got together and they made Eclair gourmandise. If you go to Brussels, there's an Eclair and gourmandise in the centre of the city right next to the big square, and then there's a few others dotted around, and one was right next to where we lived, so we would always take our guests to Eclair gourmandise and they would ask us to bring them home. They're so good. The 9th thing I really miss about living in Brussels is being able to go to another country so easily. Belgium is pretty tiny and it's surrounded by loads of other countries. So in about 2 hours you can get to the Netherlands, Germany, France, Luxembourg. It's pretty amazing, and we did actually get to go to most of those countries a few times, especially Germany. I think actually secretly it's because my husband loves driving on the autobahn at whatever speed he so desires. The 10th thing that I miss is chocolate shops everywhere. You can't find a chocolate shop in England if you so tried, and if you did it would be Thornton's, and that wouldn't be that great. In Belgium, even down the road from me, I had like 4 incredible chocolate shops. Newhouse was definitely our favourite, and although it wasn't my favourite to begin with, it definitely became my favourite over time when I tried all of the different ones. The 11th thing that I miss is the phone signal in Belgium. If you live in Belgium right now and you're watching this, please be grateful for your phone signal because it's never patchy, it's always perfect, there's pretty much 4G everywhere, and here in England it's so patchy, you can be driving down the motorway and lose signal. It's just so silly. The 12th thing I really miss is speaking French. Who would have thought that I'd really miss speaking French? I miss hearing French, I miss attempting to speak French. So I feel kind of sad that I'm probably going to lose some of that confidence that I have in speaking French, so I think we're going to have to plan some trips to go back just to practice my French speaking. The 13th thing that I really miss is our Proximus box, which is our kind of TV box. That's going to be a surprise to lots of you that live in Brussels because you may not think that it's a good thing, but here we've got like YouView. We haven't got anything too fancy. You can watch catch up, but you have to like get to it from a different link. And on Proximus we used to be able to record all the live television, pause live television, and also 8:30 movies are a big deal in Belgium, so you can watch movies in English on some channels, mostly the Dutch speaking channels, and I actually really missed that. It was a really cute part of our experience there, was watching the 8:30 movies. So now I want to talk a little bit about things I'm really happy to come home to. Some of these things were a little bit of a surprise to me, and some of them I was looking forward to but didn't really realise how much I was gonna really appreciate them. First thing is family and friends. We received such a nice warm welcome from our friends that we still have here in Southampton, and it's been so nice to be welcomed back so with just such big open arms and embraces, and it's just been so special to receive that kind of a welcome. And also our family some of them are a bit closer by, so my brother now lives only 7 or 8 minutes away, and then my mum and other brother just live 40 minutes away, and then the rest of our family are kind of spread out a little bit more, but it's still so much closer than having to go through the Channel Tunnel. The second thing is that I love in England that I can go into a coffee shop and I can order a decaf soy cappuccino and not be looked at like a total freak show. In certain places in Belgium, you'd go in and you'd ask for, do they have decaf? And then they'd look at you like, what? And then you ask, do you have soy? And they look at you like, no, we only serve black coffee. So I love that I can have a decaf soy cappuccino everywhere here and it's not a problem. The third thing I love, and I kind of touched on this before, is that everybody speaks English. Well, everywhere you go, you can hear everyone speaking English. Everywhere you go, you don't have to try and think of things in French. And although I really do miss speaking French, it's a real pleasure to not have to do that all the time. The fourth thing is that England is a place that's really set up for mummies and for pushchairs. In Brussels and Belgium, you'd go along a pavement and a pushchair and you'd hit like a stop zone that you have to like go around it, or there's too many bubbles in the road, or doors aren't wide enough, or things like that just not really set up for pushchairs or wheelchairs. In England, I'm so used to everywhere has to be totally accessible, And there, I'm pretty sure there has to be a baby change everywhere as well, which is really great. In Belgium, in loads of cafes, it would be a struggle to find somewhere that had a really accessible, or if any, baby changing facilities. And if there was, sometimes they'd be down like the narrowest little steps. You'd be like, hold your tiny baby and go down these tiny steps to this not very conveniently placed baby change table. There are several times when we had to do it on the street or in like the corridor of a restaurant. Not so nice. In England, we don't have that problem. Everywhere there is baby change, and it's huge, and it's usually in the wheelchair area, which is also huge, so if you wanted, you can put your pushchair in there as well. The fifth thing that I'm really loving is the shops and the food options I have here. It's stuff I'm really familiar with, that I grew up with, and I love trying new foods, absolutely, but as a mummy, sometimes you want really quick, convenient, healthy foods for your kids, and I think England's kind of a bit more set up for that. The sixth and last thing is that I know where the public toilets are, or just toilets. In Belgium, I didn't really figure out where the public toilets were, if there were any. I had to go to Marks and Spencer's in the centre of Brussels if I was in the centre of Brussels. And obviously cafes have them, but then you have to buy a drink at the same time. In England here, if you have a shopping centre, there is always a huge amount of public toilets. And in Brussels or Belgium, if you go to a big shopping centre, there aren't always going to be public toilets, which is strange because if you're shopping for 3 or 4 hours, surely you have to go to the loo. So yes, I really do miss Belgium, but I have managed to find things that I really love about being back here. I'm doing quite well at it so far. I'm actually surprised myself with how much I'm enjoying being back here. So I'm trying to conclude this video, and I'm not doing a very good job because I started crying. I really do miss Belgium so much. I love that we managed to build a life there, that me and my husband and our boy really enjoyed. It was such a beautiful, positive experience being there. I really, really miss the people and the friends that we made there, but I'm also feeling very grateful that now we're back. Actually, it's been so much better than I thought it was going to be because we really loved Belgium so much. But actually I've managed to focus on those positive bits, and that's been really great. Mum's been really helpful at that. She's been trying to point out the positives every time she comes to visit, bless her, and I think that's been really sweet. She has repatriated a couple of times herself, so she knows how hard it can be. If we ever get to live in Belgium again, we will absolutely take the opportunity because we so loved it that much. And if you ever get the opportunity to live there, I'd say don't hesitate and absolutely go for it. So thank you for watching my video today, and if you have any comments or things you want to ask me, then do leave them down below and I will get back to you as soon as I can. And please give this video a like, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do that also for more videos. And I really hope that you have a fantastic rest of your day. Bye!